following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, why every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me, big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to Crazy Jimmy, big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC. Always love the clothes of Jimmy, British punk, yo, wanna be, Jimmy Star, new celebrity. We'll take you out to Jimmy Stars, he'll trust you.
Hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We're happy to be back. It's been a little hiatus, and this is our first show back. It's going to be a lot of fun just to be back. We're happy to be back. Before we get started and say hi to everybody in the chat room, let me introduce my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey, everybody. Good to be back. It's been, 3 or 4 weeks now? And I was miserable without my friends out there listening to all the crap that I talk about and all the crazy stuff I talk about. Today, we're talking about tits. Well, the reason why I'm bringing up the subject matter of tits is because Eileen Shapiro is coming on, and I want to ask her some very, very important question about tits, and she's the woman to answer. So let's hope that today we can have a lot of fun and that my mind doesn't go blank because of all the surgery I've gone through. I just had a triple bypass 3 weeks ago, and the doctors said that I would be like weeks and weeks before I got better, and I told them they were wrong. I left the surgery table, and they began to walk me because they walk you immediately, and I was loaded out of my mind on morphine and codeine. And I was resenting the fact that they were holding me and making me walk. I wanted to do it on my own. So I broke away and I said, listen, I can do the cha-cha. And I proceeded to sing 1, 2, 3, together, cha-cha-cha, da-da-da-da-da. And they grabbed me. Well, I was a wild man from then on in. They kept souping me up with dope and drugs and crap, and I got crazier and crazier. And my doctor said that my stay could be anywhere from 4 to 5 days. Well, by the 4th day, they were pulling plugs out of me, tubes out of me, and throwing me out of the hospital because I was out of my mind. I was saying the communists are taking over the country. They're invading this hospital. I mean, I don't know what the hell I was talking about. Just wild stuff and crazy stuff. And then, of course, the healing began. And that was a horrible nightmare of nightmares. You can't sleep, you can't turn, you can't twist, you lie on your back. Then your back begins to hurt you because you're on your back so long. And then everything seems weird. My mind is still not clear. I understand that the amount of blood that goes through your heart, the heart pumps the blood throughout the body. If the blood does not get to certain parts of the body doesn't function there. So sometimes my mind goes a little off because I'm not getting enough blood to my brain. But in weeks to come, that'll change because as the triple bypass heals itself, the heartbeat will get stronger and stronger and push the blood where it's supposed to. Most people who have this surgery survive it wonderfully and feel fabulous afterwards. I feel fine for 3 weeks out of surgery. It's an amazing thing.
It's a 12-week recovery.
Yeah, and the doctors can't understand why I'm doing this. No one can. All of you out there who love me and I love you back, worry about me and said stay home and rest and rest and rest. I'm resting. I'm seated in our leather chair. That's an electric chair, you know, those chairs that move around. Recliner. And I'm fine. And I suspect that we're going to have a very interesting show.
So let's say hi to everybody. First of all, the chat room is filling up. We have Boomer Mays, football player extraordinaire. Hello. Eileen Shapiro is in there. B. Claudia from Germany. Don Hinton from Bakersfield, I think Don is. Teresa Sabin from Florida. Backpack John is here. I don't know if I said B. Claudia. I want to thank all you guys for all the daily messages and nice notes. B. Claudia and Teresa and Don and Backpack John on Twitter. Everybody's always sending me how's Ron doing and everything, so we really appreciate all the support with that. It's all really good. Oh, and Angela Joseph is there. I'm sorry, Angela.
Angie baby.
Yes, Angela Joseph is there, so we're all rocking and rolling. It's going to be a lot of fun today.
And thank you all for the flowers, the cards, and all the love you gave me, and the prayers and the support and the positive energy. I firmly believe that if you surround yourself with positivity, you will overcome whatever it is that has knocked you down. If I would have given into this heart thing and felt a victim or felt a patient, I would be behaving like a patient. And once you get in that you're a patient mode where you can't use the toilet, you can't eat, you can't walk, you can't pee, you can't, what the hell, that bullshit. When you fall into that crap, you're finished. It's a cesspool. It pulls you down. So the minute you have any kind of a problem with yourself, fight it. Get out there and say, listen, this is not who I am. Ron Russell is not a triple bypass patient. Ron Russell is who I am and who I'm here. So that's all I want you to know. But thank you so much for all of your care.
You're an amazing soul. You're a winner. They love you. You have a positive outlook. There's all kinds of wonderful things. B. Claudia, too, I want to thank you. She made a great, we're coming back graphic for us today that's on Facebook and Twitter. And everybody's been really great and wonderful. So we don't have real advertised guests today. We do have Eileen Shapiro is going to come on, and we're going to talk about the Sue Wong Gala because we've never talked about it since we haven't been
and
here.
I also want to talk about tits.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about tits. And also, we've got a bunch of cool guests scheduled for the next couple of weeks coming up, so we'll talk about that and interact with everybody in the chat room. And I don't think he has a watch on today, Don, actually. You don't have a watch on today, do you?
Certainly do.
Oh, he does. Oh, look at that. Even
my watch matches my chartreuse shirt.
And that's the very first 49 watch we ever got.
Right. It's a chartreuse and powder blue wristwatch.
There you go. It matches the chartreuse. That's pretty good that you had that going.
What the fuck do you think? I'm dead?
No,
I mean, he acts like
but just to remember that, though.
Oh, what? To remember that? I remember you, don't I?
Yeah, but that's different.
No, it's not. Remembering a wristwatch, remembering you is the same thing.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
A waste of time.
Yeah, thanks. That's not funny.
I mean, how ridiculous. You remembered a wristwatch. What the fuck is that all about? I remembered a wristwatch.
Anyway, so we've seen everything that there is to sell. Artist Miss Kim just joined us. Hello. Welcome back. Miss Kim, we hope you're doing well. And Dawn says, yippee, she knew you would.
I have a question out there.
Okay.
We never get political on this show, but I'm not going political because Caitlyn Jenner, what's his name?
Caitlyn Jenner.
What is it, Kayla?
Caitlyn Jenner.
What the fuck is it?
Caitlyn Jenner. Just say Bruce Jenner as a woman.
No, Caitlyn Jenner is running for governor in California. And I want the question answered. Does she still have a dick? Does anybody know? Did he have his dick and balls removed?
No, he didn't. No,
he did not have his dick and balls removed. So therefore, he is the same thing I was for 40 years. He is a man working in drag. I had gowns and fake tits, and I look like a woman, but I had a dick and balls. I never cut mine off. Nobody ever called me a tranny. No one ever called me a transgender. Nobody ever called me a tranny. They called me a female impersonator. And I was very happy with that because I did that for years and I made a lot of money.
But you weren't a man in a woman's body. I mean, a woman.
What the fuck do you think I was? I was, what was I?
But you didn't think that you were just playing it. Like they all think that they're really transgendered. So.
Well, I really didn't want to be a woman because when you drive with big tits, they get in the way.
We can ask Eileen about that.
Yeah, tits are annoying. I mean, I had tits, big tits, because I portrayed Jane Russell, and Jane Russell had big tits. Not really, 36B. But anyway.
Eileen says you should put on a dress and run for governor.
I should put on a dress and run for governor. She's right. I have news for you. I clean up this fucking country real fast. They wouldn't know what hit them. If I was the president of the United States,
That's not
boy,
governor.
no, I'm not going. Boy, would I make things better and different and get rid of all of this bullshit with no freedom of speech and changing words around. And now Snow White, they want to stop you from watching Snow White because she didn't give the prince permission to kiss her. Well, in today's movie, she should have given him permission to fuck her. Because that's what the movies are all about today. But permission to kiss Snow White, a fucking cartoon kissing a cartoon, and we're going to make an issue of that. We're going to put a warning on that video so that when you watch it, it's not polite because the cartoon, which is not human, doesn't have a pussy. The cartoon did not kiss the prince who doesn't have a prick. So what the fuck are they all up in arms about? I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I think the world's gone insane. That's why when Shapiro comes on, we're talking a serious conversation about tits.
There you go. They said Ron for president. So in the meantime, you guys, lots of cool stuff is coming up. And I feel like I'm echoing in here. Do you hear an echo?
That's because you have your legs open.
Yeah.
Shut your legs and there won't be an echo.
No, there's still
That's an
echo.
old joke. That joke is so fucking old. I remember doing that joke one time in the subway. I was riding the subway with a very dear friend of mine. She was a sexy, gorgeous broad. She had on a mini skirt. And she kept saying to me, doesn't this subway train sound weird? I hope it's not going to blow up or break. I said, why? What do you hear? She said, I hear all kinds of weird rumbling and noises. I said, well, cross your legs and the noises will go away. I was piggy boy even when I was little.
That's true. Oh, we also want to thank everybody because I don't think we haven't been on since we won the Snobby Awards, you guys. So we want to thank everybody who voted for us in the Snobby Awards. We won 2 of them. We won Best Live Show and Best Podcast or Podcast of the Year. And actually, Ron went on to accept the award when we were there, and he was like 4 days out of surgery or 5 days out of surgery, and he was actually very funny. He was super doped up. And I was surprised. Like, that's what made me think maybe we were going to not have to miss any shows, but that was just because he was so doped up, and he doesn't take well to painkillers, and so he's been doing this
I was
all
never
without
a
it.
dopey. You know, once, true story. My sister-in-law was a dope addict. All right, on my wife's side, and we were good friends. I was visiting LA on business, movie or something, and we all went out to dinner, my sister-in-law, myself, and her girlfriend, who was another dope addict. So, and they were hookers. One was a hooker, one was a dope addict. So now we're out to dinner. I'm with the hooker and the dope addict, and they're goofing on me because I'm so straight-laced and because I don't do drugs and because I was, you know, a hippie that wore Gucci. And they made fun of me. So they gave me a Quaalude. This is a true story. I swear on my children. After eating the Quaalude, my face hit the table. I was unable to come to. They grabbed me by my ankles and dragged me out of the restaurant into a Volkswagen, proceeded to drive back to Hollywood where my sister-in-law lived. They then grabbed me by the ankles and dragged me again across Franklin Avenue into the apartment, and they left me laying on the floor. Well, that was the only time I ever had any kind of an experience with feeling like a dope addict. And I thought to myself, first of all, they ruined my Gucci jacket with the appliques. I had Gucci appliques on my shoulders. Secondly, why on earth would anybody want to go into that condition? Why would they want to be where they're not in control of their minds? And thirdly, I had nightmares. So I was never, ever, ever, and I'm not playing daddy good shoes or 2 shoes or any fucking shoes. I was a pervert in every other way, but I was not a dope addict. I didn't like smoking pot. Pot made me hungry. I ate everything in sight. Pot made me outrageously wild. I would take my clothes off, dance naked at parties. So pot wasn't for me. Drugs don't do well with me. They didn't do well with my father either, and they don't do well with my daughter Deirdre. We're very allergic to certain kinds of drugs. So for those of you out there who love getting stoned on pills and taking all of these horrible drugs that are so damaging down the road, why? I don't get it. Let me know.
Actually, too, because I'm totally like drug free. I've never even tried any of those drugs.
Right.
So also, B. Claudia said that Caitlyn did have reassignment surgery in 2017, so she doesn't have a prick.
Oh, so she has a pussy now.
Yeah.
Well, if she has a pussy, then she's a tranny. But if she has a dick, she's drag queen.
Yeah, but she's not. She's not. She's a pussy. I mean, she has a pussy. I can't believe this.
I don't know why that man would want. I mean, he's not even a pretty woman. I mean, he looks like a man with a hat, with a wig. Poor. We shouldn't talk bad about the poor guy.
Poor girl. Now she's a
Girl, poor girl.
They get very offended.
You know, and people might say, "Oh, Ron is terrible." If you knew how many trannies I have for friends, you'd drop dead. I know trannies way back to. There was a famous tranny in New York City, and she would walk on every corner with a big stamper, rubber stamper, and stamp her name. What was her name? Carol. Carol was here. We were in a taxi cab driving down to Greenwich Village, and a whole gang of us in the cab. And she turns to the cab driver and she said, "Do you want to see my pussy?" And the cab driver leaned back. He said, "Come on, you're a guy. Who are you kidding?" Well, she got crazy. She said, "No, do you want to see my pussy?" He said, "You don't have a pussy." She said, "I bet you the fare down to the village that if I have a pussy, we get this ride for free." Well, we stopped. She opened the car door so the light went on. She never wore panties. She showed the cab driver her pussy. And the cabbie said, "Oh, I know, you glue those rubber things on." Well, she got so mad, she punched him right in the face across the seat, got out, started kicking the car, cursing him out. "You stupid motherfucker, that's a real pussy. You wouldn't know." And she went on and on and on. So I will never forget that evening. I was crawling on the floor with laughter.
So actually, everybody in the chat room says they don't do well with drugs. Angela Joseph says, especially alcohol. She can't do alcohol. Even Tylenol messes her up. And now we have Eileen in the coming in, so we're gonna like let her in.
Let her in.
Hi.
Hey!
I don't like what you have on. What's this bullshit about? Wait, you look like a judge.
I didn't want your heart to stop, so I didn't wear anything risque.
How about it? How about if I saw your tits, my blood would rush?
Exactly.
Everywhere.
What you look like a judge?
Everywhere.
No, you look like a judge. What have you got on, Your
No,
Honor?
it's a Calvin thing. Look.
Calvin Klein.
Oh, I don't like you today.
You want me to go change?
Well, first I want to ask you a question, and this is very serious.
Hang on, we gotta welcome her. Hey, everybody, we want to
Oh.
welcome New York Times best-selling author, super badass, cool chick, Eileen Shapiro to the show. Hello and welcome.
Hi.
Who we love and adore, and whatever we talk about is surely out of love, not lug, is out of love.
Ron,
Eileen,
you were drugged up like the day after surgery when we talked. Do you know what we talked about?
no,
Do you want me to tell you?
I don't even remember talking to you. Yeah,
We talked about your big penis.
what did we say about it?
Lots of things. We talked for about an hour.
About my wang? How
Ah,
dull? How dull is that?
No, it wasn't dull to me.
Well, it's resting now. It's in a peace mode. But anyway, no, seriously, I was on Sadie Katz's show, which is a really good show, whatever it's called. What's it called?
Partial Nudity Podcast.
You're right. And I brought up with Sadie all these beautiful young girls we know that we make movies with, that we go to red carpets with. They all have tits, whether their tits are real or, shut your
yours.
fucking dog up. You got one too now. Like our dog does the same thing.
I'll go close the door. She doesn't shut up. She
Oh,
won't
that
shut
my-
up unless I bring her here.
Oh, you can bring her in. Let her
Well, that's the way we could watch you take a shit again.
All right, hold on.
again. People don't know that. That's so funny. You guys, Good Times with Gabe was doing an interview with somebody, and Eileen's dog went in the background on the bed and shit behind it while he was doing the interview. You could see the dog taking a shit on the pillow. It was hilarious.
So we thought that was classic.
It was just hilarious. I forgot who he was interviewing. That's her grandson,
Ron.
Gabe. Oh, he was
He was
interviewing Ron.
interviewing
Oh,
me,
he was
yeah.
interviewing Ron. You guys, he was
Look how
interviewing Ron.
cute.
Look at the dog.
Oh,
you guys.
she is a precious
This
flower.
is Fiona, everyone.
Oh, she is
I guess
precious.
because people haven't really met Fiona yet on our show.
Nope.
You guys, so this is
Yeah.
Fiona. You've seen her on Instagram and Facebook. She's
Oh,
gorgeous.
first of all, let me tell you, my darling, you look beautiful today. You cut your hair. You got rid of that purple shit. You're back to being a sexy blonde. You look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, Ron.
Can't look pretty unless you expose your breasts.
I can do that later.
Okay, but anyway, getting back to the Sadie Katz show and the question that I want to give.
I saw that show, Ron.
Okay, so all the women that I know, and I know the most beautiful girls in Hollywood, they all have gigantic tits. Now we go to a red carpet and they all hang those tits out. One is out doing the other one. Who could show more tit without nipple, okay? And they're posing like who is. They got their asses sticking out, their tits sticking out, they're licking their lips, they're doing porno poses. Why? Why? Men are not allowed to enjoy it anymore. Men are not allowed to say, oh my God, Eileen Shapiro's got some set of rocks. No, you're a bad boy. You're in trouble. You could get arrested.
You're the only person who actually gets to say anything.
Because I don't give a shit about this country anymore. That's why. Because this country is falling into shit. It's falling into too many taboos. Too many, you can't say this, you can't say that. How do you like Snow White?
Oh, they like it when you say breasts. Say
Oh,
breasts.
breasts, my ass. They're tits, honey. When I was in bed with my wife, I said, let me suck your tits. I didn't say, may I suck your breasts? Give me a break. Men are men. Men like Eileen Shapiro. There's not a man and I'm not lying, folks. I'm not making this up. There's not a guy that we don't introduce her to that doesn't want to fuck her. I said, what do you got, a vacuum in your cunt? I mean, every man just gets sucked right there. It's like you open sesame. And there you go, whoosh, right in. Sexuality is an important thing. The moment our government tries to take away our sexuality, we are a doomed human race. Breasts, tits, knobs, torpedoes, water bags, headlights, whatever you want to call them, are the first things that we have in our mouth when we come into this planet. We suck our mother's breasts. And therefore, the rest of our lives, we respect women's breasts. I think it's disgraceful that we are no longer allowed to make comments on them. Even if they're sexual comments, they're clever, they're funny. I don't mean be a degenerate, stand in a corner jerking off saying, come over here, I want to see your tits. You know what I mean? I don't mean crap like that. But I mean, if I see Eileen Shapiro in a very low-cut gown, and her sisters are smiling, I'm going to make a comment and say, Eileen, you
like
look...
they were at the Suwong.
Well, we're going to go there, but not yet. Anyway, I want to know from Eileen. I'm going to shut up now. And I want to know what Eileen Shapiro thinks about tits.
All right. My mother always told me, because she had big tits also, she used to tell me, if you have it, flaunt it. So my whole life I've been flaunting it. You wonder why men, like me and want to have sex with me? Because I don't have that stigma. You can't see my tits. Honey, they're there. You're going to see them. And you know what? To me, it's like holding your hand or kissing your face. It's the same thing. It's part of your body. Just get over it, men. I mean, people, just get over it. I love my tits. I love to walk around with them exposed, even the nipples. So no big deal to me.
So then you're not in favor of all this putting tape over our mouths. Men are no longer men.
No. You know what? Everyone deserves freedom of speech. And if you don't like what they're saying, then you walk away. You don't have to listen to it. Nobody says you have to stay and listen to it. You just walk away. Exactly.
Bob Hope used to make more jokes about Jane Russell's tits than anybody because they were best friends. And every time Bob Hope was on TV, if Jane Russell came on his show, he would call her bumps, lumps, or whatever. He always made reference to her boobs. Jane never minded. She thought it was very funny and playful.
She made a career out of her tits. Good for her.
And they were only 36B. They weren't torpedoes like you've got. But anyway.
Listen, God made me born this way for a reason. Don't you think? I mean, God gave you a big penis for a reason. I think that God's
to make Jimmy yell, ow.
Exactly.
Ow! That's fucking funny. So anyway.
No, but a little bit more about this because I want to get back to this freedom stuff. How do you feel about Snow White being censored because the prince did not get permission to kiss her to awaken her.
I think it's so dumb. So silly.
Now, who do you think is doing this shit? I don't even know. Nobody ever gives their name. I wish somebody would say, my name is so-and-so, and this is why I want to stop Snow
They
White.
also got rid of a bunch of the Cat in the Hat stuff.
Right. Which is even sillier.
Cat in the Hat, but not Green Eggs and Ham, which is my favorite one.
I mean, these are cartoons, fucking cartoons. They're not people. They're fake.
You know what, though? Everyone wants to be noticed. So they think of something stupid like that to be noticed. I don't know who did it, but I guarantee you the person that did it is making money off of it somehow, some way. Guaranteed.
Oh,
Guaranteed.
absolutely.
And how about this in school? You're not allowed to refer to your parents as parents any longer. They have other names now. So when your grandchildren go to school, they cannot call you grandma. They have to call you something
Oh
else.
yeah, that's in New York.
Because
I never heard that. What are they supposed to call
oh
it?
yeah, they have. Jimmy's going to look it up. All the
Look
new
it up. That's
well,
interesting.
because there are so many diversified families, children that have gay parents, children that have blind parents or whatever. It's a whole bunch of shit. And they don't want the other children to feel superior because they have a mom and a dad, and maybe you have two dads. So they got rid of all the titles for mom and dad and grandma.
So what are
and
you
grandpa.
supposed to call them? Hey, the person that lives at home with me. I mean, that's kind of dumb.
Well, they're doing this now in New York.
I have not heard that.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy's looking up the new names. He's going to give them to you, and we'll see what your grandchildren have to call you.
You should see what they call me.
I can imagine. Could you find it, babe?
I'm looking. Keep talking.
Because we don't want dead air. But
They
anyway,
call me Glamour. GLAM.
that's what you are. That's what you are,
Right.
glamour.
Uh-huh.
Students,
Here we go.
There's all different kinds of things. You're not supposed to. Okay. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to avoid phrases like diverse and minority in favor of person of color or marginalized identity population, and to trade words like husband and wife for spouse or partner. And oh god dang it, hang on. It's in New York too. It happened. It's at a school in New York. The students are. Oh, wait, where'd it go? Hang on. We'll talk for a second. I keep looking. I'm looking for it.
So you see how demented the world's getting?
It's crazy.
Yeah, you're supposed
like
to
no
use words
reason
like
for it in
you're
life.
not supposed to use words like you're supposed to use word like people, folks, and friends instead of boys, girls, guys, or ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Because they're not inclusive. I don't know how they're not inclusive, but
How are ladies and gentlemen not?
I don't know. And you're not supposed to call your parents your mom and dad because not everybody has a mom and a dad. A lot of people only have a mom or a dad. And so you're not allowed
No.
to call. So you're supposed to call. I think you're supposed to call them parents, not mom and dad. Is what it is.
Parents. What's a
So
grandma?
what
What's
do
a
you say about your mother, my feminine parent, as opposed
Yeah.
to my masculine parent? I mean, how do you separate?
That one I couldn't help you with. That one I can't. But it is in New York that happened. New York school discourages phrases.
You know, my kids are all teachers. Wait till I tell them this. They're going to laugh so hard.
Well, don't laugh because people are making a big deal about this. This is becoming, protocol. When you now, if you're a writer, you're not only a book writer, but you're a journalist, you're an interviewer. You have to be careful when you write now
Yes, that's true.
because you may refer to somebody as a father, and they come back and say, "Fuck you! I'm not a father, you cunt. I'm a parent."
That's true.
I like that language better. But I can
What,
understand.
the fuck you language? I like that better.
Yeah, but no, I can understand when I was growing up, the word fag was offensive, the word kike was offensive, the word nigger was offensive. Yes, they were very offensive words.
You have
very.
to use gender neutral language. You can't parents instead of mother and father, child instead of son or daughter, chair instead of chairman. The phrase "submit his or her resignation" will be replaced with "resign."
What
Right,
is the difference? Wait. What's the difference?
I couldn't help you with that one. This is on PolitiFact.
But getting back to those dreadful words that I just used, I'm happy those words have gone away. I'm happy the word fudge packer and faggot and queer and homo. I'm
Believe
glad.
me, they're still there.
I know they're still. I know they're still there, but I'm so happy they're not in my world.
Of course not.
You know, we have
You
so
know
many.
what?
Well, let me just say one thing. Oh, by the way, a message from my beautiful sweetheart. Um, and my blood didn't get that. The one I love, Lily. Lily McLeod sent me the most beautiful message today, wishing me so well and how much she loves me and how she's been praying for me.
We'll have her on in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we're having Lily on. Lily McLeod is a black woman. Lily McLeod is a black woman who came from the gutters of Pittsburgh or somewhere. Lily McLeod's mother was a prostitute. Lily was forced into prostitution at 14. Lily's uncle was a murderer and put to the chair.
She's from Harrisburg.
In Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Lily McLeod is a little black woman who can sing better than Barbra Streisand or any of them. Lily McLeod pulled herself up from her shoe straps, and became today who she is. She never said, I'm a black woman, I'll go nowhere, nobody wants me. People hate black people because that's bullshit. I love, love, love Lily McLeod. Probably one of my closest, dearest friends.
What did that have to do with the conversation?
I have no idea, I'm loaded.
Oh, Jerry Giangelo and Aubrey are in the chat rooms from Rocket Page.
But wait, point is, Lily's listening in Germany. I believe she's in Germany now. And she's listening in, and I told her I would talk about her.
We love you, Lily.
We love Lily. Lily has a voice that was given to her by some angel. No human being could possibly have a voice that she has. I would say she's as good as Patti LaBelle. Lily will be on our show in a couple of weeks. Lily will be coming to the United States. Lily will be our house guest. Lily will be appearing as soon as I book her in the Purple Room in Palm Springs. We're going to have a major event party for Lily when she comes. And I know it's going to make a lot of difference in your life, people, when you hear her sing.
She's fabulous.
She's the best.
By the way, everybody in the chat room is saying they would never call their parent. Like they would go, hey, parent. They would never go, hey, parent. They're always going to say mom or dad. So this shit's ridiculous. It's just jacked up.
No, I've heard young kids today call their parents, hey, fucko.
I know, but those are like the kids of nowadays kids.
You know, I mean, what they call their parents today, some of these kids, is amazing. I ever called my father fucko, I go right to a wall.
So
I wouldn't know what hit me. Right through the wall, he would have punched me. Or call my mother yet. If I called my mother fucko, that would have been worse. She would have ran for my nuts because my mother did that. She said, you're too big to beat up. She couldn't hit me with a wooden spoon anymore. So she used to go for the nuts. She said, I'm going to grab them. And when I grab them, I'm going to twist them and you're going to see stars. So I would run upstairs in my bedroom. My mother was smart. She knew where to go. Go for the jewels. Right, Eileen? Let's talk about Eileen and jewels. Any jewels coming your way? COVID is doing it, huh?
COVID sucks. But you
know
know what? We're almost done with it.
yes,
face
we
it.
are.
We're
almost done
with it. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna make up for double time. So I'm just telling you both.
You know, you look so beautiful with that hair color. I love it. Right now, you're my favorite Eileen Shapiro.
Oh.
No, really, right now, I love the look. You look younger. And you look.
Fighting
We're all talking about what a lovely smile you have.
No, but look how beautiful she looks with the haircut and the hair color. She looks younger and fresher. I can't explain it.
So anyway, let's talk about what we all went to. Because you guys, Eileen flew out to LA. Now it was a month ago because that was the weekend before Ron had his heart surgery. We did the Sue Wong Designer Estates red carpet event, and Eileen and I ran the red carpet. We had great volunteers who helped us and all kinds of celebrities who came. Billy Hess came along with Mark DeAlwis, his husband, the fabulous hairdresser. Billy took pictures. Sue Wong was fabulous. There was an after party. Tell a little bit about it from your perspective, and then we'll all talk about it. Eileen, go.
Okay, so it was probably the best party I have been to in a really long time, if not the best ever. Okay, everything from the weather was beautiful to everyone that came, and we had some like super big people. We had Messiah bassist Leland Sklar. We had Scott Page. We had all the rockers. We had Chris Wise from Hollywood Vampires. We had Chris Pittman from Guns N' Roses. We had Billy Zane from Titanic. We had Kit Kennedy, socialite, the daughter of Robert F. Kennedy. We had, help me out here. Well, we had Ken Davidian from Borat, and also
We had
from
Claudia Wells from
getting
Back to
there.
the Future.
Not to forget Ron Moss and his wonderful wife,
Mm-hmm.
Devin
Yep.
DeVasquez. They're
Devin.
coming on the show in 2 weeks.
right? You know who Ron Moss is, folks. The #1 soap opera star for like 1,000 years. No, really, he was like, I don't know, he's been around forever. He looks gorgeous.
Bold and the Beautiful.
Golden the Beautiful.
He's still stunningly beautiful. You know, we had a good conversation off the living room in the flower room.
And he has the cutest dog.
Yep. And he told me the most interesting story. Now, you have to remember one thing. When you're in the public eye and you tell media a story, it's never going to be sacred. It's going to get out there. So I might as well get this story out real quick.
Oh shit.
Ron Moss is about 20 years old. He receives a phone call from Mario Valentino, the designer. And Mario Valentino is telling him how handsome he is and how he could model for him and how wonderful he is, blah, blah, blah. Now, these phone calls continue, and Mario Valentino keeps calling Ron Moss, telling him how wonderful he is. Finally, he said to Ron Moss, I'd like for you to fly to Rome. I'd like to meet you. Maybe we could discuss doing a layout of my clothing with you. So Ron was flattered. They sent an airplane for him. They flew him to Rome. And when Ron Moss got to Rome, he met with Mario Valentino. And after dinner, Mario Valentino said, I would like to have sex with you. And Ron Moss said, gee, I'm sorry you brought me here for that because I'm not gay. And Valentino said, everybody's gay. And he said, no, they're not. I'm not. And he got on the next plane and went back to California. I thought that story was very, very interesting.
And he still dresses him because he just did a picture.
Right. And I thought that story was very interesting because I'm a gay man, and that Ron Moss opened up our friendship with that story.
And Ron Moss, by the way, you guys, has this dog. Ron and Devin, his wife is Devin DeVasquez.
I love her. She's my new best friend.
She won the very first Star Search supermodel contest on Star Search. She's been in a ton of soap operas. She was a centerfold for Playboy. And now she's on The Bay, which has like 10 Emmy Awards, I think, or something like that. And so is Ron. And they have a 3-pound dog that has its own Instagram page that has 50,000 followers on it.
Such a cute dog.
The dog was so cute, and when he was at the party, he was like walking around, and he was like so little. I mean, because your dog, like, look out, your dog's only like 8 pounds, right?
It's only 5 pounds.
5 pounds.
Yeah,
Your dog's only 5 pounds.
like our little guy.
Ours is 7 pounds, so theirs is like really little at 3 pounds, fully grown.
And they had him in a pocketbook.
And they had him in a pocketbook.
I love Devin. She's
And
my
like
new,
a Louis Vuitton pocketbook.
Yes,
Great.
Louis.
no, but Devin's my new best friend.
So you guys, we were at the event. We had a great time. We had all these great volunteers. I don't remember everybody, but Jerry Giangelo and Aubrey, his girlfriend, who are in the chat room, they were our volunteers. And Diane McClure was a volunteer. And Sherry Davis, Dave Bailey, Mike Ferguson, Jeff Dupree, Tanya Dupree, Mike Ferguson, Ben Stauber. I don't know. We had 10 or 11 fabulous people who helped, and then they all went to the after party and had a blast. The red carpet was awesome. Brian Sebastian was there doing interviews. So was Gary Devin Dotson. We had all kinds of great photographers there. Food and drinks with a big open bar. Sadie Katz and Miles were there. Jessica Cameron was there.
And I didn't do the red carpet because Sue invited me as a guest, not as a worker. And I was flattered about that. Sue and I have really hit it off well. We've connected because we both understand the realism that life needs. You can have as much sugarcoating around you as possible, but if you don't have a little bit of realism in your life is shit. You know, too much phony, too much perfect, too much money, too much wealth, too much grandeur, too much bigness, too much fame is awful if you don't have that little teeny bit of realism in your life. Sue Wong, unfortunately, is a very rich, poor woman. She's surrounded by people who adore her. I asked her, I said, how many of these people that adore you do you think are real? Are fake? She said about 98%. So when you hear somebody say that, and there's a room full of hundreds of people, you begin to wonder, why are they there? For her food, for her party, or for her? Most are there for the above. I'm going to brag. I've been to the best parties in Beverly Hills over the last 40 years with movie stars that you would drop dead if you knew who they were. I was at Greystone Mansions where they filmed the Barbra Streisand movie, the biggest gala in the world. I have been to parties that you couldn't believe. Barbara Lux's son's bar mitzvah at the Bel Air Temple. They brought in horses and barns and stables and cowboy boots and food, and they made it a barn mitzvah. And the rabbi had a fit and wanted to throw them out of the temple. I have lived and seen so much. And I know the Hollywood way. Nobody gives a shit. It's all fake. So with my relationship with Sue Wong is we have it between us, not between the world and us. Sue is a lovely lady. She's nothing like you think she is. She is not a pretentious show-off braggart. She's a woman who shares all of the beautiful things that she has with you. She wants you to enjoy them with her. She wants to teach you methods of making your life better, ways to deal with the vampires, as she calls them, the awful people who come and drink your wine and eat your food and then say how horrible your party is. She wants you to learn that having so much and sharing is a lot better than just keeping to yourself and bragging. Sue Wong, with the bottom of my heart's broken right now. I love you.
There you go.
And I really mean that.
So wait, I have a cool story about this whole event also, though. So you guys, Jim Beaver was there, and Jack O'Halloran, who we had on the show. And so the night before we went to this party, we went to an Italian restaurant. I forgot the name of it.
Frank's.
It was called Frankie's.
Frankie's. Okay,
Frankie's, yeah.
And it was Jack O'Halloran and his companion, and Arrow, the singer that we had on a couple weeks ago with her father, and Billy Hess and Jack O'Halloran's attorney, and Mark DeAlwis and Eileen and Ron and I. Is that everybody?
That's everybody.
Much, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everybody was taking pictures with Jack O'Halloran, and there was this really pretty lady sitting at a table next to us with her father, who was hard of hearing. And so she was like, "Oh my gosh, you know what's why is everybody taking pictures?" And I was like, "Oh, you know, that's Jack O'Halloran, and he was in the Superman movies, and so people are taking pictures with him because he's been in a lot of really cool movies." And she's like, "Oh, really? My husband is writing a book on who was the other Superman? George Reeves, I think she said. My husband's writing
George Reeves. Mm-hmm.
Writing a book on George Reeves, who's the first Superman."
Yep.
And I said, "Oh, you want to meet him?" And she said, "Really? I'd love to." And so I said, "Okay." So she went over there and met him and took a picture with him and came and sat down. And I said, "Oh, that's cool. You know, when's your husband's book coming out?" And she said, "Oh, he's writing it around work because he's also an actor." And I said, "Oh, who's your husband?" And she said, "Jim Beaver." And I said, "Jim Beaver from like, oh no, I forgot what the fucking show he's on. He's on Deadwood. Jim Beaver's from Deadwood, but he's from, what's the movie that Chad Lindbergh? Supernatural. He's from Supernatural. He's from a million things. He's done hundreds of things." And she says, "Yeah, that Jim Beaver." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, your husband's hot." And she said, "I think so." And then I introduced her to Eileen, and I told her we had this big red carpet event the next day. That's what we were doing there. And then like a dummy, I didn't know if we could still invite people. So we went outside. And then Eileen's like, "Did you invite him to the party?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "You dumbass, you should have invited him to the party." So Eileen went back in and invited him and his wife. And then they came, and we had such a good time with them. And Jim Beaver, I mean, for a TV guy, he's AA list, you know, as a TV star. He's been in so many phenomenal things, but Deadwood is a huge thing, and so is Supernatural. And they were really nice. We had a great time, and we hung out with Chris Pittman from Guns N' Roses, and they went to the after party. And at the after party, all the bands played, like the Think Experience band with Derek Day and Will Champlin, who's the son of Bill Champlin from Chicago, and he's got 2 Grammys of his own, and he was on The Voice. And Ron Moss performed, and Scott Page was playing the saxophone, and Debbie
Walsh from Player also.
Oh yes.
But now listen to this. secrets are secrets, okay? And a secret was kept from all of us. I never knew that Billy Hess could sing. I never knew that Billy Hess for years rehearsed as Elvis Presley. I never knew that Billy Hess went in all contests to win the Elvis Presley look-alike or sing-alike award. Now at Sue Wong's party, I think it was, who told me? Somebody told me that Billy Hess impersonates Elvis Presley.
It was Billy that told you.
Was it Billy?
Well,
So I
here's
went
the story.
wait, I went up to Sue Wong and I said, "Can I have permission to announce Billy Hess as singing Elvis Presley?" She said, "Certainly." So I went up and I said, "Everybody, now we have Billy Hess impersonating Elvis Presley." Well, he did such a job as Elvis that my mouth fell open. The room went dead with silence. He was absolutely incredibly fabulous, better than Elvis.
And I Instagram live the whole thing, so like Angela, Joseph, and B Claudia and stuff were watching it live, from home, in Colorado and in Germany while we were like doing it, which was freaking awesome. Like,
So Billy's a multi-talented person.
that's right. No, it was very cool. Who else performed? Debbie somebody. I forgot her last name.
Debbie. Oh my God, I forgot too. Holiday. Debbie Holiday.
Debbie Holiday.
Then they
Who has been on your show?
Yep. Aubrey, who's in the chat room, sang some opera for us. She was fabulous.
and then they wanted Eileen to do a striptease, but I warned them. I said, if Eileen does a strip and she takes off her bra and spins around, she's going to knock every lamp over, every vase over, and smash everything in sight. So Eileen did not do a strip.
How do you know I didn't run? Yes, I did.
Well, I missed it.
She did it afterwards when we went. And so you guys in this house too, it's called the Cedars, where the after party was. It's a home that has been the home for like Bella Lugosi and Johnny Depp. And who else has been in that house?
Howard Hughes,
The Doors.
The Doors. I mean,
Jimi Hendrix.
all like
Jimi
total.
Hendrix, yeah.
In
So-
fact,
You guys got to sleep
we
in the
s-
Jimi Hendrix
We
room.
slept in the Jimi Hendrix room.
and that's the room he wrote Purple Haze in.
Right.
And
And
so-
it was a very comfortable room.
Oh, and Marcel Waltz was at the event with Sarah French
Right.
and Tyler Gallant, and there was a whole bunch of other celebrities. I just can't remember all of them. Oh, one of my all-time favorites from the Jimmy Star Show. What's her name again? I forgot.
And he's not even old. He's not even
I
old.
always forget her name, but I love her so much, and we're gonna be maybe working with her on a movie.
Did you like take some of his drugs?
No, you know what? I always have a trouble.
Did
with
you?
her name.
Was it Jennifer?
Jennifer Rubin? Yes, I just couldn't get the first. Jennifer.
Ava Gardner. My God, when you look at her, she's Ava Gardner. I sat with her on the lounge and I said, "Let me look at that face." I said, "Move to the right, turn to the left, look up, look down," and she did. I said, "You have Ava Gardner's face." I remember her from 1970 because I've always used Ambush cologne. Is that what I used? Ambush?
Obsession.
Obsession, that's what I said. I've always used Obsession
It was
cologne.
in the 80s, though, not the 70s.
Whatever. And she was the model. And I remember how beautiful she was. Oh my God, she was gorgeous. Breathtakingly beautiful.
I love her. She's like one of my all-time
And she was
favorites.
one of New York's models for years and years and years. And now she's grown into a very beautiful older woman. Beautiful girl. And I love Jennifer. She's very sweet.
And Noah and Olga from Revolution were there.
Don't
Right,
don't,
mhm.
don't even start with those two. I love them to pieces. Now I get an email yesterday from Olga. She said I changed my name again. It's not Olga. Now she's somebody else.
Well, you know what? She wrote a book and she just received her first royalties yesterday. And it was a medical book. You know, like
She's a
health
she's a
medical book,
she's a
like-
genius. She's a
genius.
genius.
Like how you use like pot and stuff like that to like make you better.
Right, but what's her new name?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know she had a new name.
Oh yeah, she wrote to me. She said, "Ron, I love you so much." So when I write now, it's not going to be signed Olga. It's going to be signed, and then she has this whole list of names. So
Her middle name is Eileen. So sometimes she uses that.
I've never heard that
Oh,
one.
Meg is in the chat room too. She says you look great. So say hi to Meg.
My Meg,
Yeah, you're Meg.
Meg Ruddick.
Yeah, how many other Megs do you
Hey,
know?
Meggie, baby, how are you, honey bunch? Meg and I had the most wonderful 4-hour conversation 2 days ago. Her husband, Alan, is a lung specialist, and he had some problems with his back. So he had surgery. So he and I were in the hospital at the same time. And Meg said she was really worried about the both of us. Now, that's a friend. When a friend can compare you to the worry of a husband, that's a friend. Meg is wonderful.
So let's go back to the party. I'm looking at pictures. So we had John Walsh from Player. We had Kenny Aronoff, you guys, drummer extraordinaire was there.
Oh my God, yeah.
We had, let's see, Claudia Wells. And what were the two girls that were in the tribute band, the Guns N' Roses tribute band?
Okay, they were Jenna, I don't know how to say her last name, Synde. And we had Rachel. They were both from Paradise Kitty, which is an all-girls band and the only recognized Guns N' Roses tribute band.
Yeah, they're freaking awesome.
Fun.
Oh, and I forgot Julianne Philpott, who's been a guest on our show, and she volunteered to help us. And she was awesome. Julianne.
Also,
Philpott.
I'm so happy every time I go to a red carpet or an event to see the most beautiful girl in the world, Cosmina.
Oh, Eugenia.
Yes.
Eugenia Cosmina is like my new best friend too, and she is just stunningly beautiful. She could be a Grace Kelly lookalike easily, and stunning, beautiful, down to earth, sweet, shy, and fabulous. And she's married to Miramax, so that shows how
she looks beautiful.
And she's real because she doesn't throw that.
All the models were beautiful too.
Yeah, but she didn't throw my husband his Miramax shit at you.
She doesn't ever do that.
Never does that. Just a sweet, lovely, gentle girl. Love her.
Did we say Leland Sklar? Sklar was there?
Yeah.
And then we also had, what's the guy? Oh, Vincent DePaul.
Vincent DePaul was there, who I know 30 years ago. He's got a couple
of Emmys, and he's also in the Bay, and he was in the Poseidon Adventure, or Poseidon or whatever, like the 80s.
And I met him at the Silver Spoon 30 years ago with Shelley Winters and Jane Russell when we all used to hang out there at the diner. And he was a kid, and he was trying to make it in the business to start. And seeing him at Sue Wong's party was so nice. I said, "You made it, Vince. You did it. You became who you wanted to be. Hats off to you." Sweet guy.
We had a bunch of directors there, Scott Ingretti. And
Scott Ingretti was there. Yes.
Lainey Kazan was supposed to be my date, but her daughter wouldn't let her get out of the house. She said, "Ma, your second shot 2 weeks is not up. Don't risk it."
No, she didn't have the second shot yet.
Lainey didn't have the second shot. But I'm going to see Lainey in about 2 weeks.
So it was all good. So anyway,
to discuss our movie that we may be doing together.
We had a fabulous time. The whole thing was fun. One of my favorite parts of the performances was actually Will Champlin. Because I guess I've never really listened to him that closely, and when he was singing, I think he sang Hallelujah or something. I don't know what he sang. Whatever.
Yeah.
It was so awesome. It wasn't even funny.
And I love the drums. When the girls started banging on those huge drums. No, I like that shit. It was tropical or exciting looking.
Oh, the Golden Girl dancing crew. They were
Yeah, that turned me on when they were banging those drums. Boy, I was gone. And of course, I sat next to my Sue Wong. We held hands throughout half of the performance, making
and
our.
We had a Shaolin monk. What was his name, Jimmy?
Oh shit!
He was so cool.
Who?
The Shaolin monk. Everybody wanted to meet the Shaolin monk. He's like the head of the North.
Oh, come on! Are you kidding? I was in the
picture with him. I put my arms right around that monk. Mm-hmm.
I was in the kitchen with Sue Wong and Sue said to him, "Ron's getting a surgery tomorrow," so he got both hands. He put one on my chest and one on my back, and held it, and said that everything is going to be successful and fine. We know whether it was theater or not. It was very kind of him to do so.
Also, Dave Hughes from the UK just joined us. Hey, Dave, what's up?
Dave,
hi, chat room, by the way. You didn't want to say hello to the chat room.
Oh, say hi to everybody in the chat room. They're all writing so fast I can't even keep track of.
And Dave Hughes, I want to apologize for Eileen Shapiro's rudeness.
Yes.
In not wearing a low-cut top. She wore the judge. Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
You do kind of look like a judge, actually.
She looks like a fucking judge. Yes. Yeah. You look like a judge.
Hold on.
Hold on. I think it's hard. Yeah, let's go in abroad. That's not even good.
Oh, that's good though. You can tell this. You can tell she's got boobs though now.
Yeah, but they don't look good.
What don't look at. Should I put my shirt back?
Sit
No,
up a
there's
little
no
bit. Sit up.
cl- no-
Look at her
Sit up,
fingernails
I
are
can't.
green.
The stupid chair is low.
No cleavage. That fucking neck is too high.
Hold on.
It's like a Popeye the Sailor top.
She can pull. There
Now,
you go.
there, Dave
That's
Dave
it.
Hughes just came.
There you go.
Okay, Dave Hughes is happy.
Angela Joseph.
Now you
there
look.
we go.
Now you look like Eileen. You know,
All right,
sir.
there you go.
Sir. Listen, if I ever shaved my head, nobody would know who I am.
Oh my God.
Okay, and Eileen, if you wore strapped down, and no tits showing,
Angela Joseph.
nobody would know who
Ron.
you
She's
are.
another one with the big boobies.
yeah, but nobody would
They
know.
are the sisters, she said.
No one would know who Eileen is without those tits. Nobody.
So when you were at the event, what was your favorite performance?
Me?
Yeah.
My favorite performance was
What she was doing with
Boys
Billy
Licking
Zane in the
Billy.
bathroom.
It was
Wait,
what?
what she was doing with Billy Zane in the bathroom.
Yes.
No, it was Chris Wise licking you and Billy Hess.
I know. That was freaking me out. Like, you guys, Chris Wise is from the Hollywood Vampires. Anybody do that's Johnny Depp, Steven Tyler,
Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper. Oh no, Alice Cooper, not Steven Tyler. My bad. It's somebody else though.
It's
From
Alice Cooper, Johnny Depp, and Joe something.
yes, from Aerosmith.
But he's in that band, and he was.
And he was
just loving
super,
everybody.
and he was
licking
super
Billy.
he was super wasted. And he came up to me, and I was talking to him, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, he grabbed my head and took his tongue and licked the side of my face. And I was like, yeah, this is like, I was like, this is COVID times. This isn't really like fucking really like that kosher for me. And so then I immediately ran to the bathroom and like washed my face.
And you washed it for 2 weeks after.
Yeah, I kept washing my face because I was just like, oh my God, there's this like famous guy licking my face. And
I didn't do anything. He licked my face. I gave him my phone number.
Dave Hughes says that's rock and roll. That's true. It is rock and roll. And it really was an amazing night to have so many different people. There's fashion people. There's socialites there. There's Sue Wong and all her friends. And we invited all the people. And I don't think a single person had a bad time. Everybody had a good time. It got written up in many, many publications as like the Hollywood event, so far of the year. And of actually like the last whole year.
Well, she got credited for having the first red carpet event that opened up everything for Hollywood. So yeah.
Okay, listen, if we're going to throw roses, let's throw roses where they should be thrown. Sue Wong said to me in private, Jimmy, and what was her name? The girl with the big tits. I said, oh, you mean Eileen? She said, yeah. Jimmy and Eileen did the most fabulous job with my party. She said, I couldn't have been happier, more content, more thankful. She really thought you guys did a brilliant job. As far as I was concerned, it was okay. But,
Do you remember Jimmy yelling at us on the way there?
please. All I know is I went nuts when the cakes disappeared. I ran over to Sue Wong. I said, somebody stole all the fucking cake. I didn't get any. There were 6 cakes out there, one more delicious than the other. And they never served it. And suddenly the cakes were gone. And I said, Sue, what's going on? Who stole the cakes? She said they went over to the main house for the after party.
And the red velvet cake was awesome.
I have a really funny cake story. So
Go.
one of the cakes had black roses, and Billy and I, we just had to taste those black roses, and we only tasted a tiny piece, and our teeth turned black, and we couldn't get it off right in the middle of the party.
I didn't eat I only ate the red velvet cake.
The big silver cake, I don't think was real. I think it was.
That was
The
the
bi-
big
It
silver
had
cake.
the big silver cake with black roses.
But it was cardboard. It was cardboard.
No. Billy bet me that it wasn't real, and I said that's real. So we took a rose off, a little tiny.
The rose was horrible.
It turned our teeth black. We were walking around for the rest of the party with black teeth. We couldn't get it off.
Don't make me laugh. It hurts when I laugh.
It was really fun though, and I had a good time doing the whole Instagram live thing. It was fun because mostly Angela and B, because it was like super freaking like late. I don't know what time. I mean, for Angela, it was like 3:00 in the morning or something.
But the best part was the next day when everybody left. And then the house is filled with thousands of people cleaning, pushing furniture back, vacuuming, dusting. And I looked at Jimmy and I said, this is what I want. People to clean my house like that after a party. I
Wait,
mean,
don't you have Jimmy?
what?
Don't you have Jimmy to do that?
Jimmy doesn't do shit. I hate to tell you people. Jimmy makes money. You know that. You and Jimmy are workaholics. All you do is work, make money, make money, make money. Everything in your life and Jimmy's life is about the business. I don't exist. And you're lucky you don't have a guy in your life because he'd be with me complaining how he doesn't exist.
But that's not exactly true. You don't hear my side of it.
I wish I did.
You really, everything that Jimmy does, and you listen to me very carefully, everything that Jimmy does, whether it's work related or party related, centers around you. I swear.
How does
For
that
my
happen?
children and my new little baby dog.
How does that happen? How does that happen?
Truth. Okay, so we were in the car with Jimmy. We were going home, and you stayed at the party. He must have said your name 50 times in 10 minutes, where I actually had to say, "Shut the fuck up." Everything out of your mouth is run, but that's him all the time, and you don't know that. But now you know it.
Yeah, but you don't know that he's out of my mouth all the time also. You
Yes,
have
I
to
do know it.
No, you don't
Yes,
know
I
my
do know it.
you don't know my friend Terry Vecchio on Long Island. She's dying to know you. She wants to meet you. I said, you're never going to make it as friends because you're so straight-laced. You're a housewife. You were a virgin when you got married. You're nothing like Eileen. Nothing. Anyway.
Hi, Terry.
Terry's listening. But when I come to New York, when I come to New York, you're both going to meet. And you know what? You're actually going to find that you're both the same people. You just
I don't know about that. I'm not a Long Island housewife. That I can tell you right now.
No, I know that. I don't say you're going to run off together and do each other. What I'm saying is that you're going to like each other and be nice to each other, be my friends, because you're all work. You really don't have friends outside of business.
But I love all my people in my business. They are my friends.
Me too.
I know. That's the two of you. That's what the fuck you think I was saying. Anyway,
I love my business partner more than life itself.
When we go, and I love you back. And when we go to New York, I want to go to the Queer Steer and eat.
It's not the Queer Steer. Oh, please, Eileen, help me, please.
I can't wait. They had the best freaking fried shrimp. I ate it 2 times.
And I used to go there with my children when they were little and had the liver and onions. And now, because of my surgery, I think my liver and onion days are over. What? You're a nurse. Could I still eat liver? It's full of fat.
Yeah, but you already just had, you got another 15 years before you need the surgery again, maybe 20 years. So don't worry about what you eat now. Just stay away from the salt and stay away from the carbs and the sugar, not because of the bypass, but because of all your other conditions.
Well, yeah, when you're 80 years old, you get a lot of conditions.
81 in 2 weeks, you guys.
Yeah, we know we're still coming to New York.
We hope.
Oh, good.
We hope. And we're staying with you. That's not so good.
Well, if you don't come to New York, we're having your birthday party without you. You can watch on Zoom.
No, seriously. I mean,
They said liver's good for you in the chat room.
Yes. Staying with you in your house, Eileen, probably will be the end of my life. No, seriously, because that sicko is going to get there. I'm sure somehow Hess is coming to town. And you, Hess, and myself, and even Jimmy, together we are just not normal. Do you realize we never stop laughing?
Pretty much.
What do you mean, pretty much always?
If people ever heard the conversations that we had in the car.
What a reality show.
What a reality show. Oh, my God.
We would be canceled in 2 seconds. We would be in so much trouble.
Like hell we would. Like everybody would be agreeing with us and saying they talk the truth. I don't like bullshit artists. You know that, Jimmy.
I know.
I can't stand anybody that's like a fucking whore and then comes off like a virgin. Oh, I could smack those bitches.
That's why they like you so much, Eileen, because you're a whore and you don't come across like a virgin.
No. First of all, Eileen
Definitely
is not a whore. You are not a whore.
That's
You
right.
are a
She's
free
very selective.
You are a free-spirited woman. There's a difference between a whore works in.
Angela Joseph says the ratings would go through the roof. She's probably right.
Wait a minute. A whore has a career and gets paid for being a whore. Eileen is a free agent. Eileen does with her body what she wants. She has
For free.
no. What the fuck? She paid you as a whore. So that's my point, you dumb fuck. I mean, did I marry a genius or did I marry a fucking genius? You talk to him, it spins you around in circles.
So let's talk with Eileen. So okay, you met all these rock stars, but like and you can't say Adam Ant because that's like an old like thing.
All right, go on.
All right.
That's an old.
If you were gonna have
I forgot to mention John Tempesta from the Cult.
big
was
one,
there, too.
and he was super nice.
Super nice. And he didn't lick us.
Yeah, he didn't lick us. That licking thing was the only thing I didn't really like. I didn't like that licking thing.
So then I shouldn't have given him my phone number.
Okay, so since you have a fetish for rock stars and that you seem to like to fantasize about rock stars, so besides Billy Idol and Adam Ant, like who's a rock star? Like if you were gonna get to fantasize, let's just say you're gonna get to go out with him. Whatever happens, happens. I don't want to say you're gonna like blow him or they're gonna have sex or anything.
Jimmy, that's disgusting.
Like who's the rock star that you would like to go out with?
After Billy Idol and Adam Ant, it would have to be. You know, I'm like opening my horizons a little. I mean, I would do Alice Cooper.
Oh, there we go. Alice Cooper's cool though. Like I believe it or not, when I had my clothing store, he came into the store next to us.
So you did him?
No, I didn't do him. I didn't really get to see. I saw him, but I didn't get to say anything. But he came in, and so did the guy, the crazy one. I forgot his name, but he came in and bought coffee at the place next door. But I didn't really, get to like meet him or anything. But I've seen him. Up
Does the
close.
story have a point?
No, she picked Alice Cooper.
Definitely Alice Cooper. But you know what? Like I said, I'm expanding my horizon. Well, you already know Rick Springfield in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Rick Springfield though. He's a really cute one though.
Well, what about all the rockers here that want to ball you?
Don, no, we don't talk about that in public.
We don't talk about that in public?
No. Tell him no, Eileen.
I'm not going to talk about it. But you're not saying how many of the rockers here you could ball.
Well, you know what? I probably could, and I even might. So let's not mention any names. So.
That's right. Actually, artist Miss Kim says Leif Garrett singing "Put Your Head on My Shoulder." Don Hinton says Rob Zombie. Cambria says she loves Alice Cooper. Miss Kim says don't pick on rock stars. We're not picking on them.
Oh, we love them. Oh my God, we love.
Did all of you know that I know Leif Garrett? Leif Garrett's mom and my friend Perry Winkler were good friends. Lee Winkler of Global handled Leif. Leif was a very young boy and a beautiful young boy. And I would see him up at the house on Shaw Place in Beverly Hills every Sunday for brunch. He and his mom were a regular. Nicest kid in the world. Then somehow he got in an automobile accident with a friend. And he killed a friend in the automobile accident. I've never seen a human being deteriorate so quickly as Leif did. He went from the sweetest, nicest little boy to the most screwed up kid you've ever seen in your life. I've tried to reach him because Carolyn was his mother. Lovely woman. I had a very good friendship with Carolyn Leif and Garrett. And he never responded.
I've tried to get him on the show too.
Yeah, so I don't know why, because he liked me a lot. We used to have a lot of fun.
He was a huge star.
Yeah, but we used to go out by the pool and talk. And I'd say to him, "Did you have a girlfriend?" He'd say, "No." I'd say, "You don't have a girlfriend?" I said, "Half the world wants to go out with you." He said, "Yeah, I know, but I can't date half the world at once."
Wow, that dog has a big bark for a little dog.
Yep.
So also,
chicken.
B. Claudia says Adam Lambert and of course Brian May and Boy George, which you probably wouldn't want to date Boy George.
I would do Boy George because I interviewed him. He's very spiritual. He's amazing. I would do him.
Yeah, except for that he's gay.
What's
your point, right? What's your point?
That's gonna stop.
Point, Jimmy.
That's gonna stop Eileen.
Yeah, that doesn't
Come here,
stop
you.
Eileen.
Gay men don't stop, Eileen.
Never. Mm-mm.
How-
I don't care if you're gay or straight. Doesn't
Oh,
matter
Miss
to me.
Artist Miss Kim also says Brett Michaels. You like Brett Michaels or no?
I don't know who that is. Brett Michaels.
Brett Michael. Poison, right? I think that's
How about-
Poison. Yeah.
How about Michael Damian? Rock on.
He's like too vanilla.
She likes the really like rockers.
So you like the dirty ones, the real down and out dirty people.
Not always, but just not the really vanilla ones. They had to at least have some kind of issue, you know,
Being
Like
a
some kind of
being a biker,
backstory, or something.
being a biker. How about
Well,
let me
my,
see.
my new favorite group is going to be Testament.
Oh, you watch, yes. Oh, which we tell everybody what's going on real quick because we need to promote that a little.
Okay, so, well, you probably have it in front of you. On May 20th, Alex, the guitarist, from Testament,
Alex Skolnick.
is going to be on Fan Room Live, for a meet and greet, and you can look on Testament's page and you'll see that and where to get tickets and all kinds of instructions.
You can also
And
go
on
to
the
Fan
20th
Room Live. You can also go to fanroomlive.com.
Okay, and the lead singer, Chuck Billy, is going to be on a new kind of meet and greet called
Intimate and personal.
Personal. And Chuck Billy is going to appear on that, and it's going to be really cool because you can, just like I'm talking to Jimmy and Ron, you can talk to them. So that's kind of a cool thing. And Testament is a really, really cool, one of the best heavy metal trash groups on the planet.
Thrash groups, thrash metal.
Now,
Trash.
I don't know that I'm allowed to talk about this, so I'm just going to throw it out there to you, Eileen. Is there a Soho Johnny event happening in June in New York?
There is a Soho Johnny event, I believe, will be happening in July
In New York City.
in New York City.
We'll let you
Not
guys know
sure.
when we
I'm
know.
not sure of. It's going to depend a lot on the situation with COVID and stuff like that. So I don't really know what's going to happen yet. But there's something going to happen this summer.
I mean, they got to stop with the COVID already. It's bullshit now. Now we're getting
Well,
to the
it's
point.
not that. It's Johnny a little bit. He's a little bit
They say
COVID
Harry
shot.
Styles. They say Harry Styles. So hold on. Now we're adding.
Look
someone
who's
to
there. Twazil is there.
Hey,
Hey,
guys.
Twiz!
Now we're adding to our conversation, you guys. Twism White Piece, and so hello.
Twism
and-
with the big white piece.
Hello, Twism, and welcome to the show.
Hey,
Hi
Twiz!
guys, how are you? Hi Eileen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Ron,
Say hi.
Ron.
Say hi to the chat room.
Yes.
Say
Oh.
hi to the chat room.
Let's
Hey,
say
babe.
hi to everybody in the chat room first. Let's give them all their loves and Sabin and Lady Lake and Sweet Bee and everybody. You guys, man, I absolutely adore all of you. The way you're so supportive, the way you just are always so amazing. I mean, I wish
Don't
I had
forget
100
my
of
bee
y'all.
Claudia.
Oh, that's what I said. Sweet Bee. Yeah, Sweet Bee's in
Sweet
there.
Bee,
Yeah.
there you go. All right, now you
Yeah.
can talk to Ron. So I want everybody to know, first of all, Twism has sent me a text message every day for like 3 weeks every day, just checking in to make sure Ron's okay and how's he doing. So and Twism's done a whole bunch of stuff to help do promotional stuff for us since Ron's been laid up a little bit and everything. So I wanted to bring him on as a thank you for all the stuff that he does. And also, you guys, he wrote our outro song, the Jimmy and Ron song, which I freaking love. So
And Twazil is a good rapper. I hate rappers, but Twazil raps fun. I like his rapping. Maybe it's because I like you so much that I like your music, because I really hate your music.
I believe the character should be more important than the music anyway. So
Yeah, no, but I think you're probably the next me. I was you. No, seriously. I was you when I was young. The way you are with your wife and children, I was with my family. The way you are with your new baby, I was with my daughters. And I see so much of you. How does it work? I see so much of myself in you as a younger man. You know, Twizzy, good gets good.
hey, Scott Page, what's
Oh,
up?
what the fuck is he doing here? Oh,
Yes, Scott.
Scotty Page.
oh, get the fuck out of here. Go back to the farm.
How's it going, Ron? I'm so happy to see you, buddy. Looking
Yeah,
well.
Well,
Out
I'm
there
not-
doing what you do best, antagonizing me and everybody else online. It's a beautiful thing.
You know, Scott, there's an old Italian expression saying, you only tease the ones you love.
Mhm.
That's correct.
If you don't love someone, you don't give a fuck about them. You don't even mention them. They don't even exist. Like I love your wife so much.
Thank you.
I love John Wayne. She's the best in the biz. She's a sweetie pie. And
Look at his hair.
I want to see her. What hair?
Scott, your new hairdo is awesome. It's all
No,
sticking
it's the
way up.
same hairdo. It's the same hairdo. It's just probably messed up.
No, it looks really, really good.
Yeah, look what you had your hair done. It looks
He's got
good.
the whole
Absence
Wolverine
makes
thing going on.
makes the heart grow fonder, right? That's the whole.
No, we
it
need.
looks pretty. It looks
Yeah, it
like
looks really good.
You know,
there you go.
we still have a luncheon date. You, that demented bearded lady, that crazy fuck with the beard, Leland the nut. We had, because you know he lives not far from you, and I said
right.
Jimmy and I should drive in, and we guys, and of course your lovely wife, I'm inviting, should go to lunch together.
So Dave,
Let's do it.
So Dave
When
Hughes,
give me a couple of weeks.
hang on, Dave Hughes in the chat
When I
room.
get back from New
Okay,
York.
wait, let me talk.
Wait.
Dave Hughes in the chat room says, "I'm sure that's a rug. No one as old as Scott can have hair like that."
Not true.
No, it's the real deal.
No, Scott's hair is real. It's his tits that are fake.
There you go. So B Claudia is in the chat room. Give a shout out to B Claudia.
Love B. Claudia. Hi, B.
There you
Yeah,
go.
sorry, I haven't been on Facebook for like months, so I'm missing all the craziness that's going on there. So.
But we had a great time at Sue Wong's, and you were
Oh,
great
yeah.
on the saxophone. I did a live Instagram with you playing the sax, and it got 100,000 views.
And you know,
Nice.
I keep saying Scott Page plays so well. I truly feel one or two more lessons, he would be great.
I
You
think
gotta step
so.
it up, Scotty. You gotta step it up, man. You gotta step it up now.
I definitely got to step it up.
Also,
Definitely gotta step it up.
Meanwhile,
Twism, I need you to say hi to Dawn Hinton because she keeps asking.
Oh,
for you
hi,
to say
Dawn. Yes,
There you-
she's so awesome. Me and my wife were just talking about how awesome she was yesterday. Yes.
There you go. There you go.
so Scott, baby, you
Yes,
went
sir.
you went to the Malibu house.
Yes. It
What's
was
that?
great.
What's that hut like?
Totally different than the Cedars, which is for those out there. It's this. The Cedars is this 1920s Hollywood mansion that's been completely restored. It's like a giant piece of art with incredible art objects. That's her one house. The Malibu house is the total opposite. Beautiful property overlooking the beach. I mean, an incredible view, but it's real modern, heavy modern art. Totally different than the other place. But we had a wonderful time. It was a beautiful day out. All a great bunch of people, and we jammed, we played. We had the the lovely and talented Derek Day and Kenny Olson played, and Norwood Fisher came, but he had to leave, so he couldn't play. But we had a great time. It was wonderful. Wish
know,
you were there. What happened?
Jimmy and I were invited to the Malibu thing.
So was Eileen.
So
No,
yeah, I almost did it. I almost flew out.
Wow.
Eileen was
Twism
late.
wasn't
No.
invited.
Let me explain something. Quiet. I have to explain why Eileen did not go to the Malibu thing.
Oh, okay.
Because Eileen said she could surf in on her tits and couldn't do it.
Yeah, the way
She stood on both breasts as surfboards, and she almost made it to Malibu, but she wound up down in Long Beach.
No, I didn't go because it was the next day was Female Parent Day. Is that how we're supposed to say it, Jimmy?
Yes, Female Parent Day.
I wanted to be there, but of course it was an impossibility. I still had tubes coming out of my chest. I look like a space person.
But look at you now.
I know, right?
And look at
You're
me
looking
now.
good.
3 weeks after surgery, my doctor will never believe it.
I can't believe it either.
Look
No.
good.
Well, I feel, it's all in the head, babe. If you want to be ill, old and sick, be old and sick. But if you want to be Scott Page, young forever, still taking lessons on a saxophone,
Yes.
you could do that too. Oh, there he is. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh, look who it is.
Oh, he kissed you. That was cool.
You know what? You know what? When your mouth came so close to the camera, it looked like a pussy talking.
Well, you're the pussy I'm talking to.
I love you.
Hey.
I love you, you degenerate fucker.
I'm too young for this. I'm too young for this.
I just wanted to say I'm so glad that you are doing so well. And man, the world just is not the same without your presence here.
Oh,
Man.
thank you,
It's
sweetie pie. And I want to again mention your book because being held up in bed for days and weeks and shit going out of my mind, I was so desperate. I said to myself, let me look at his book. Out of desperation, I did. And I went page by page and I read and I looked. I love that book. Everybody get his book. He gives the finger to you. It's a wonderful book.
It's called Everybody Loves Me, and you can get it at LelandSclarsBeard.com, right?
And if ever you have a triple bypass, get a copy. It's good to look at while you're in bed.
Hi, Lean.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I love
Hi,
the picture of
hey,
the kids.
Lee. How are you, Lee? Brother Lee?
Hi, Scotty.
Hey, Leland, I don't know. Do you know Twism or not? Say hi, Twiz.
Hi,
Hello,
Twiz.
Mr. Sklar.
Yo,
Or should
yo,
I
yo,
just say
yo, yo.
Leland? Is it Mr. Sklar or Leland? You know, 'cause-
Mr. Sklar was my father. I'm butt cheese.
okay, butt cheese. Well, butt cheese. I mean, it is an honor to meet you, man. You're truly a legend, man. I'm worthy, unworthy. I'm unworthy.
Bullshit. We're all in this game together.
There you go. I love it, man. I love it.
So
How are you
listen,
doing, Scotty?
did you have a good time at Wong's party?
I'm doing good.
I had a great time at the first one. I was unable. I was working, so I had to leave, and I still yet to be up to the Cedars to see all that. Looking forward to that opportunity. But what a fabulous hostess!
So you missed all the good shit. The second
Yeah,
part-
I mean, I saw the few people that I really wanted to see. I got to hug Eileen, and it was worth every effort I made to put the squeeze on her because she is
Oh,
Don't
absolutely
worry,
the
me as
best.
well.
Well, Sue Wong still
Yes.
Sue Wong is still hysterical. When I was on the red carpet with Eileen, I just grabbed her tits and I kept jingling them all over. And Sue Wong almost fainted. She said she couldn't believe it, but she got the biggest kick out of it. She went hysterical laughing. So we have red carpet pictures by Getty with me jingling Eileen's tits. Don't you wish you were gay so you could do these things?
He does
Yeah,
it anyway.
I just stand around and I jingle my balls.
Right. But I mean, who doesn't want to jingle Eileen's tits? They're like clouds.
Jingle.
Yeah, but when you guys
Wait, I think Scott Page should do a little saxophone about jingling Eileen's tits. Write a song about it.
Make it a whole song.
Just a good honk.
Leland, how was that then?
My
That big hug with Eileen,
What?
because like she would have to make her tits go through your beard to actually touch you.
God knows what went
it
on
was-
under that beard.
That's like parting the Red Sea.
It was-
That's like,
It was the best hug I've ever had.
Did you get wood?
No, I got it. I had a toothpick, but that's as much as I can start. I'm scheduled in 2 weeks to get an addictomy.
Add a dick to
in the
me.
hospital.
Add a dick to me.
I can't laugh.
holy
Yeah,
shit.
it hurts his chest.
Her laughing hurts.
Oh, Leland, real quick, say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Say who?
Hi,
about-
chat room. Hi, chat
There you go.
room. I love
There
you
you
guys.
go.
This is so great. I'm actually sitting here on a hammock for a moment, and now I'm going to run in and get ready to head off to work. Thank God I've got some work.
There you go.
Good for you.
So,
What do you?
are you allowed to brag and tell us who you're going
Wait.
to work with right now?
Are you still?
Well,
You're going
who's
to
that,
work.
Ron?
You're going
Can I
to
just
work.
brag
Yeah,
that
actually,
he's releasing
the
a
past
video
couple of days we've got-
Friday.
Are you still doing gardening?
Absolutely. There's my roses are going crazy here.
I love roses. Look how
Yeah.
beautiful your garden.
Actually, Oh yeah, that looks beautiful.
Beautiful garden. Leland, beautiful. I love your garden.
Beautiful.
You are
yeah,
a welcome guest.
wonderful.
Anytime you're in town, come this way and you can come out and hang out in the garden.
Oh, thank you, sweet. Well, we're planning something with Scott and John Wayne, a luncheon
Great.
in where you got Glendale. Soon as I'm
That's-
better.
So Leland, before you go, you gotta
Yeah.
tell everybody what's coming out Friday, because Eileen was gonna do that, but now we'll let you do it.
Uh-huh.
Let Eileen do it. She's so much more interesting than me.
Okay, Eileen,
Yeah,
stand
but
up and show us your tits.
Leland has a record, a single, and a video coming out on Friday. That's probably going to be the coolest video on the planet, and the most fun, funky record that anyone has ever heard. Sorry, Scott. Oh.
It's a good band. It's a good band.
It's a good
Yeah,
band.
it's
It's a really good band. It's
it-
called The
I'm with
Immediate
you,
Family,
Eileen.
and
That's the
Leland
A team.
plays this-
That's the A team right there. Those guys are the A team.
Well, we
I'm a
just
B
need a
teamer.
sax
He's an
solo.
A-teamer.
There you go.
That's
We
right.
just need a sax solo. So it's called The Immediate Family. The song is called what, Leland?
3:45.
3:45. The video's
Yeah,
coming out Friday,
Yeah.
and the band is awesome. And everybody needs to watch it and watch the video and buy the single on Friday by
It's
The
all
Immediate
going good.
Family.
Yeah, and the documentary film that Denny Tedesco is doing is getting real close to completion, and everything's good. I just want people to stay safe. Let's not rush into opening up again. Let's not do anything that slides us back behind the 8 ball again. And but I'm thrilled to see all of you folks here. I've got to get running now, but Scotty, we'll talk and figure out what we got to do.
Leland, pleasure seeing you, buddy.
Thank you, Leland.
And listen, good.
lots going on,
Listen,
Brother Lee.
Leland. Good luck
Yes.
on your. Good luck on your new video with Eileen dancing naked in the dark.
We've rehearsed it, and it seems to be working really well. So now we have to just step it up a notch, and I have to do what I'm supposed to do.
There you go.
Big kisses, Lee.
She's
Thanks,
my
Lee.
favorite naked person on this planet.
I believe it.
Kisses to you, Leland.
Yes.
Hi, Leland. Thank you. He shoots a bird. Oh, yeah, we
Bye,
forgot.
Lee.
Everybody's got to shoot a bird.
All
All right. There we go. Yay. You're the best.
Love you guys.
Love you
too.
back, baby doll.
What a cool guy. Thanks,
Bye,
Leland.
Lee.
Jesus, it's nice to know, man. If he doesn't make it as a world famous bassist or anything, he could always be a comedian, man. Like,
Yes.
Oh, he's great. He's the best.
You know what? You know what?
I mean,
My-
Thank
people don't
you, Scott,
realize.
for letting me steal your friends.
My
Yeah.
mother taught me
No, no.
one. Wait, listen. My mother taught me many things, but the one thing she taught me is birds of a feather flock together.
wait, that's true.
And when we're together, we sure are the same birds. All perched on Eileen's tits.
I'm just a PG-13. So yeah.
So you guys
So I
make
just want to
Manhattan.
say, Ron, real quick, I wanted to say, Ron, I'm so happy to see how well you are doing. You have no idea. It's just so great to see that you just whipped yourself right through that like nothing. You are my
That's right.
hero, and I can't wait to hang out again soon with you guys. I've got to run because I'm in this car and I've got to go, but I wanted to just say thank you very much for having me on your show. And like I said,
And-
I'm really
and I'll
happy
see
to
you-
your
I'll
show,
s-
buddy.
I'll see you when we get back from New York because I think Sue Wong is doing another party. So we'll probably see you with
No,
Sue.
we're
Beautiful.
inviting him to Clown Motel premiere.
Oh, you're coming to Clown. Yeah, I'm in
He
that.
doesn't know that yet.
I'm in that movie. So when I come on
Yeah,
the
I
screen,
think he does know it.
Oh, we're gonna invite
But
you
wait
to
a
the
minute.
Clown Motel premiere.
when I come on the screen, stand up and yell,
All right,
"Bravo!" and then sit down.
No problem.
Thank you so much,
Bye,
Scott.
Scott.
Bye.
Bye,
All
bye,
right, we'll
Scotty.
see you guys. Goodbye.
Take care, man.
Bye, B.
Bye, baby.
Bye, B.
Bye, babe.
There you go. That was good. She loves that. Thanks.
We know such wonderful people. We really
Man, he
do.
is so cool.
I-
He's so
I-
good.
I mean, I'm just so, I hate to use the word blessed because it's so religious, and I'm not. I'm so fortunate to have known so many people in my lifetime, from Jane Russell, the movie legend, to Scott Page, to Eileen, to everybody. I just know the most wonderful people. And if I had died on the table, I would have died a content man because I did it. I did it all, and I'm still doing it. And I want to give you this message out there. You have a choice. You can be a victim or you could be a hero. It's up to you. If you want to play the victim, play it. The victim never wins. If you want to be the hero, get strong, get tough. Be who you are. Don't let a heart operation or cancer or anything get you down. Do not ever let an illness change who you are because you're fucked. Stay who you are and look at the illness and kick it in the face and say, you know what?
Oh, what is that?
Fuck it, they're shooting Eileen. two shots right in the nipples. Now you win a prize. You get a doll.
That's where we're gonna
So what
start
you
this.
said is right.
We're
So-
gonna start-
What?
So I don't know if you know because I don't know how old is your daughter now, Twism?
Which one? The
Your new
youngest
one.
Yes,
Yeah.
6 months. 6 months.
Oh, okay. So we want to congratulate Twism on his 6 month.
And she's a cute
daughter.
baby.
Thank you.
She's
Thank
adorable.
you.
So
Yeah.
cute.
Takes after mom. That's why.
I saw pictures.
No,
on
no,
Instagram.
no, not necessarily. You know, Quism, you may not be
Twism.
Twism is what I
Quism.
call him. I've always
It all
called
works.
him. I've always called him Twism. Twism. Listen, where I come from in Brooklyn, if a girl's pussy, they used to call Toisil. That was the French way of doing La Toisil.
Mhm.
That meant a girl's snatch.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you came on as Twism big piece, big white piece, I had to reinvent that and I made you Toisil. You'll always be Twism the Toisil with the big white piece.
As long as you remember me.
Oh, Twizzy, you're on my fucking page every day. How could I forget you?
Oh, man.
Guys, Twism, if you guys remember Furious, Markovus Nias.
Hey, wait a minute. Look at Twism. You got a good package there, Twiz.
Mike, baby. What are you
No.
saying?
Wait, I'm
Why
not.
you do that? Why
I'm
you do
not-
that to me, man? Why
I'm
you
not.
do that to me?
Wait, listen. You're gonna make Eileen happy. Open those legs again. Eileen, look. He's got a nice bunch of munch.
Listen.
He embarrasses really easy.
Oh, I don't care. Look at him. He's hung like a fucking mule. No wonder his wife adores him. But anyway, that's a secret. Why Twiz?
It's
I was
supposed to
on a
be.
show and I
It's
already
supposed
told
to be. Yeah.
Listen, Twiz. Eileen got famous with her tits. I got famous with my dick. So you got famous with your dick.
Oh, so what was his name?
Now you could join the tripod
Wahlberg.
club.
I'm gonna be a Wahlberg. I get to be a Wahlberg.
Yeah, Walmart.
No, now
Mark
you could
Wahlberg.
now you could join the tripod club.
Yeah, man. Man, it's so good to have you back, man.
So
They're
what-
saying,
wait.
they're saying congratulations, Twism, in the chat room, but I don't know if that's for your baby or your dick.
Well, if it wasn't for his dick, he wouldn't have the baby. So I guess it's a paying
It's an all-in-one. It's an all-in-one inclusive thing. So
right.
maybe-
They're paying homage to his dick. But let's get it to someplace serious. What's going on? Any new music?
No, he's got. That's what I was starting to go into. So
Well, let's go into it.
He did a record, and he's working with Furious, who's Markovus Nias, and the song's doing all really good. So tell us about it. Let's brag a little and tell people where to go to listen to it.
Wow. Well, I mean, anywhere that I am, Spotify, any of your musical places that you like to listen to, whatever your choice is, you just look at the name and it's there, Icon. It features Furious, and as of yesterday or today, this morning, we was at 30,000, and it just keeps going. Now, one of the things that I like about it is I like the fact that it's not like 10,000 one day and then 100,000 the next day, because that kind of looks fake. I like the fact that people actually get to watch it grow, and they've been watching it grow, because to me, part of the excitement of releasing a new song, especially when you've got a collaborator as awesome as Furious, you want to draw the attention, the build up. You want to lead into the build up, and then once you deliver, you don't want to just deliver and then walk away. You want to deliver, but you want to hand feed it to them too. You want to take that grape off that thing and kind of just be like, there you go. You know what I mean? And I think that that's what's been happening. And I think because of that, man, I get to sit back and actually focus on different areas. And speaking of World Star PR, like aside from Jimmy Star and aside from Eileen Shapiro as the people, World Star PR, wow. Way to go, guys. You guys are the best.
Thank you, Twiz.
Yeah, no, seriously, you took me from nothing, and I mean, together we
Listen. Stop right there. Stop right there. Don't ever let me hear you say you came from nothing, because I'll grab you by that dick and spin you around the room for an hour. All right?
Come on, man, what you waiting for?
Don't ever say you came from nothing. That's the most horrendous. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you when I see you. You were somebody always. You just were not known. That's the difference.
See, I love you. I
no, but I don't.
Twins, you were always a superstar.
Thank you.
You know,
And you always will be.
I remember stories that Eileen told me when she was 10 years old and she didn't have any breasts, and she felt so bad at 10 because she was flat chested that she used to pad her bra. And she went out one night to a drive-in movie, and 10 guys, were trying to ball her, and they found that her brassiere was filled with cotton, and she cried all the way home.
Now look at her. Now look at her. Now look at her.
The best breast at 10 years old. You could not even imagine.
So wait, I want to go back.
Maybe
I want to go back with Twism real quick. So you guys, the name of the single is called Icon. It's Twism White Piece featuring Furious, who's Markovus Nias, who's really talented. It's on when he says anywhere you like to go. Like, let's pretend like all these people are dumb as shit.
Like me.
All right. Well,
Spotify, iTunes, Google Play.
Yep, Google. Well, actually, Google, I don't think is no more. They turned it into YouTube Music now or something like that. But whatever. YouTube Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, iHeart, iTunes, Pandora. I could go. I wish I knew all the overseas ones. I mean, it's truly one of those things nowadays where, if you have the right distributor and the right package, you're literally everywhere. So I mean, it really.
Jimmy, will I like this? Am I going to like this video?
Yes. It's not a video; it's a song.
We're working on the video.
We're working on a video.
Yeah, we're working.
What's the song about?
It's about it's about coming from the lower parts of negativity and rising up and becoming something and being that hero that you was just talking about, instead of being a victim, being a hero.
I love it already.
Yeah,
it's like a phoenix rising out of the ashes.
Do you have music with it or just bullshit?
No, it's real. Yeah, it's a real song. Yeah, no, it's good.
Too bad. Why can't we play these things, Jimmy? I mean, what has happened to our freedom? We have absolutely lost all fucking freedom in this country.
Yeah, man.
It's disgusting that we can't play your song. It's our right to do so. You have permission to let us do so. So what the fuck is your problem out there? Grow up, you stupid cocksuckers.
I'm telling you.
America has been wonderful for 400 years. Don't think you're going to change it into some kind of tight-ass communist country.
Twiz, can you give us 30 seconds?
I don't know.
Huh?
Can you give us 30 seconds of it?
Give it. Fuck. They'll cut him out. I
was gonna say. I mean, I could try to get it on the phone and
no,
that way.
No, it could interrupt the segment.
Yeah, I don't want to jeopardize them. Just
it could interfere with the flow of the show.
Actually, Twism though, B. Claudia says she found it on Spotify in Germany just now.
Oh, see, I told you, everywhere. B, you're so awesome.
They're all everybody in the chat room says they're wishing you great success. Everybody loves you and they think you're cute.
I adore each and every one of you guys. Every day you guys make me a better person. So it's
a lot of my gay friends just said they want to see you in a Speedo.
Well, tell you what, Ron, we've got Center Island here. So you come over, we go. Social media pictures get taken.
That's Canada.
I mean, the invitation's there. You got to live a little, buddy.
I've been to Canada many times. You know, there's a wonderful nude colony in Canada.
Yeah, it's right there on Center Island. That's
the one. It's a big gay colony, also.
I'm not sure about that. I haven't been there personally.
Yeah, so. They run off in the Canadian.
He says he hasn't been there personally.
No. But
I'm bashful.
The Canadian mountaineers sort of grab the guys and bring them up into the pine trees.
I'll tell you what. If further up north, maybe I don't know so much about the Toronto area, but you get up into the northern woodland areas, I bet.
and then they sing the Canadian
Don
Sunset.
Don Hinton says no one in a Speedo ever, but you should see Ron. He looks really good in a Speedo.
Yeah, I saw him in one. I did. Matter of fact, I have a picture. Of
I hate to break it to you, but that's all false. I have a
Ron,
plastic.
I have a picture of it. I could put it on Facebook.
I was here for
You
the
know what?
milk
You know what?
carton
I have
conversation, okay?
pictures. I have pictures of your tits. You put my dick on Facebook, your tits are going on Facebook.
Deal.
No deal. You know, wait a
Look,
second.
I got a PayPal set up. We're taking bets and donations to see this
Wait a
debate.
minute. You know what? If I didn't have my daughters, I couldn't care less who saw my dick. But out of respect to my daughters, I would never want that to be
Ain't that
public.
They're
True.
both my
Ain't that-
Facebook friends too.
No, I would never. My daughters would faint. They
Think
would.
about it.
No.
You only have 2 daughters. Twism, man. He's got like how many kids you have?
I got 4 daughters. And
how many sons?
2 sons. Yeah, 4 daughters and 2 sons. So
6 kids.
Boy, do you fuck them out, huh?
when you're good at what you do, man,
But is
why
that
do
all?
anything else?
I mean, can your wife sit down ever without being in pain? Without being in pain?
I don't
Jesus
kiss and
Christ.
tell, Ron. I'm sorry. I don't kiss and tell. But
Eileen, if you get banged too long and you sit, does it hurt?
No.
Boy, I asked the wrong one.
I mean, Eileen, like when you're standing there, you can hear the wind blowing through.
Oh, wow.
Jimmy, that's my. See, Jimmy tries to do my jokes and he blows it.
Wow.
No.
We need to edit that one. We just need to cut that segment.
No, that's the joke that I just did earlier. You know, we live in Palm Springs, and at certain times of the season, the winds blow here. It's something terrible. And Jimmy and I were out on the patio standing there talking, and Jimmy said, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is that howling? And I said, it's the wind. Now sit down, it'll stop.
Didn't work the second time.
Nobody got it.
I got it. I'm just bashful. I am bashful. I'm not supposed to show my recognition of these inappropriate jokes, okay?
Bullshit. If you're of today's people and cool, all the young people today are so open and cool. They're wonderful audiences.
Oh shit, that must be old.
Teresa Saban says your wife always has a smile on her face.
Right. Well, sitting there with his legs open, we know why. But listen, Twism. Now, Twizzle. Listen, would you go and rent Snow White for your children to see, or do you think it's morally wrong that Snow White did not give the prince permission to kiss her to wake the bitch up?
That's a damn good question. I mean,
well, that's what's in the news today. They want to put a warning on the Snow White cartoon, stating that it's immoral because she did not give the prince permission to kiss her.
Okay, I'm all for I'm all for the new age way of being socially conscious towards every person and their beliefs and their chosen aspect and way of life. That's great. I'm all for that. But at the same time, I also feel like if we're gonna be petty, why? Then I guess petty people are petty. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't see how a Disney classic is being crucified, just like a Dr. Seuss or a Gone with the Wind. I mean, I respect that there are philosophical and sociological differences between now and then. But the same way we have history and we talk about the different historical events, you shouldn't remove historical pieces of art, which is what Gone with the Wind is what these different Disney classics are. They are what we call motion picture works of art, meaning they're unreplicable. They're one of a kind. And somebody spent hours and hours and hours doing this. And now you're drawing away from their talent and their ability by, being ignorant, being petty. But does that mean that you shouldn't say, hey, from the get-go, if you have any offense with any of this stuff, don't watch this movie? That's on other people. You know what I mean? Like, to each their own. I can't tell you what you should do with your life. I can only speak for what's me and mine, right? But I think it's petty, some of the changes that are happening in the world today.
Well, that's like I agree too. That's like our show. I forgot who it was, but somebody said it was filthy and disgusting, and the things that we talk about were so horrible and whatever. They went on and on and
That's our
on.
one bad review. We have one bad review.
One. And my answer was, who the fuck told you to tune in?
Are these the same people sticking up for Cardi B and all these other people that are out there half naked on their TV screens and pushing like and retweet? Because I mean, they're hypocritical. If those are the kind of people they are, they're hypocritical.
This country is full of hypocrites.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe, I believe in trying to always be a better person, right? So I believe the world as a whole, we should always try to be better, right? So the mistakes that we made from the previous year or the previous day, we should as a whole be able to move forward on. And I feel like especially rappers and celebrities of today's world, they're not pushing that. They're not trying to change the world for better. They're merely writing off the social media attention that comes with speaking about said incident, whether it's like I said, a socio-economical factor, or whether it's
Twiz.
Twiz, you're very articulate.
Well, wait a minute. Twizzy baby, listen. One word, money.
Oh yeah, all day.
Totally.
All day.
Money.
If it sells, that's what's most important, right? I mean, at the end of the day, everything's a business. America's a business. I mean, so at the end of the day, if it sells, it's the most important thing. So
you know what? When I was a kid, I had one book that I loved. It was I always read. I still have.
It was How to Be a Fairy.
No, it's called I Wish That I Had Duck Feet. Has anybody ever had that?
You wish you had duck feet?
It's like the greatest book, and then the whole
wait. You wish you had buck teeth?
No, duck feet.
Oh, I thought you said buck teeth.
And then it's about this kid, and through the whole thing, I wish I had duck feet. I wish I had an elephant's nose. I wish I had all. Then at the end, you find out, you know what? I'm really happy the way I am, and I'm glad that I am the way I am.
Yeah, but Jimmy missed the point. He said, I wish I had a big dick. You didn't get that. You didn't read that part of the book.
They didn't have that part.
That part of the book you didn't
Unfortunately,
read.
that part wasn't in it, or I would have wished.
I ripped that page out and stuck it in my pocket. So.
Yeah. But I like all those things. I bet Tom Sawyer. I mean, I like all the classics of all.
Tom Sawyer was great. Adventures of Huckleberry Finn and I mean, so but when we start talking about things like that, you'll have a whole new generation of today's people, and especially viral sensations.
But wait a minute, these people today that are pulling this shit are taking away freedom. America was built on freedom. They came here to get free, to get away from the King of England, to get away from all the bullshit that was going on in the other world. Yep. America is the land of free. We sing about it. Let the freedom ring.
Yep.
And now they want to take fucking freedom away, and I'm pissed off about it.
Hey, Claudia says they're gonna start putting pants on the statues of Michelangelo.
Well,
wait till the Statue of Liberty. Wait till they change the Statue of Liberty. Wait till they change Mount Rushmore. Wait till you see we joke about it because it's a.
Well, I hope we vote them out of office before they do any of this.
Like you said,
because it's un-American.
It's all about the money. It's all about money.
But it's un-American, and I think it's time that elder people who have lived in this country for the last 50, 60, 70 years, who are very happy living in this country, the way it was run. Yes, we had corruption. Yes, we had bullshit. Yes, we had bad presidents. But we also had beautiful homes, gorgeous cars, lovely clothing, movies, theater, dinner. We were a rich country, and we lived well, and we enjoyed our lives.
Yeah.
Hey, Boomer May says he actually remembers my book that I said I wish I had.
Hey, Boomer's in the chat room.
Yeah, say hi to Boomer.
Man, I follow that guy, and he is a cool guy. You're a cool dude, and I actually like following you, man. I think you got a lot.
Well, the next time he sees you, he'll lick you.
He wasn't there for that conversation, so he doesn't know.
Oh, you didn't know that Boomer ran around licking everybody at Sue's Wong's party?
No, that's not Boomer.
Not Boomer. Who was it?
That was Chris
Wise.
Oh,
Chris
Boomer's in the chat room.
Right. I'm sorry.
A professional football player.
I know who Boomer is, of course. Sorry, I got the names confused. I'm starting to get a little tired.
We've only got a minute to go. Twism, tell everybody your social medias and your website.
It's Twism White Piece, and of course the website is official Twism White Piece, but the name is what's most important, man. It's TWIZMWHYTEPIECE. But of course, man, I don't know how well you people can see behind me, but if you see the TWP Nation here, I should actually do it this way. The lovely TWP Nation logo. You can just type that in the Google search bar, and that actually brings up everything of me. It brings up all the social medias and everything.
You know something? I know how you could be a lot more famous than you are.
Being Wheel of Fortune, Vanna White.
No. It's called. Your name should be Twism Big White Piece.
But then they're gonna want me to go into different entertainment industries, and I'm bashful.
Listen, Howard, you got 9,000 kids to feed. Any way you can make money, make it.
All right, Eileen. You guys, Eileen is Eileen Shapiro 3 on Twitter, and she's Eileen Shapiro on Instagram, right?
I don't know. You do better than me.
And I'm Dr. Jimmy Star. He's Ron Russell's show. We want to thank everybody in the chat room for joining us. Next week we have George Chakiris, Golden Globe and Emmy winner for the movie West Side Story, and we have Ruta Lee, who's like a Hollywood icon.
Ruta Lee is an old friend of mine, so it's going to be fun visiting.
And you guys, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thanks, Leland Sklar, Scott Page, Eileen Shapiro, Twism White Piece, and everybody in the chat room. You guys, thank you so much. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye,
everybody.
It was a great show. I loved it. Love all of you. Kisses to everybody. Bye, everybody.
Can turn out to be so wrong. In the mix, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go, the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live, and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes? Download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.